straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from.
Today, from Toronto, Canada,
two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
It's okay if I give him a few props right here. Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a two-time walk-on, who later became a two-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
it's a pickup of 3.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 23 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
As a good start to the season, they got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Browns.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 38, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
Mayfield.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
Complete.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back. And nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And it's good to make it 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a 43-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
And he finds the tight end, Reed. That catch good for only a couple. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
44-yard line.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
from the gun, it's Carr. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Thunderbirds 10, Browns nothing.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll complete this to Gibson.
Mayfield's pass.
Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield And it's complete. Hooper. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Quinnen Williams on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the gun, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Mayfield on first down. He's got Hooper on the short connection. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And now it's third down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Makes the score Thunderbirds 10. Browns 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
They'll take over. First down and 10. At their own 29.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10. At their own 30.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Desmond King making the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. And incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Jordan Brooks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Number 82. 4 yards on the...
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Mayfield to throw it. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Makes the score Thunderbirds 10, Browns 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Yes, sir.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Carr's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 40.
On play action. Now Carr.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
57.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Got a man. It's Mims. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. 11 yards for number 11. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun. Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
6-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Third down.
Here's Mayfield.
8 yards.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Derek Carr. He is the focus of our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Interference. Defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun, Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. From there, we make the short trip up I-65 to check in on the Bears at home, Soldier Field in Chicago. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Bears off a win in their opener, looking to make it 2 straight as they lead at home.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle made.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
He's tackled at the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
11 on the play. First down, Browns.
To throw, Mayfield. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Jamie Gillandale as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
That's good.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 11 now. Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Carr's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up third and 1.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's third and 1.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing now is Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Derek Carr sacked.
Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
Thunderbirds 16, Browns 6.
Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down, Browns.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
2 yards on the play. And a
on 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The throw over the middle taken in.
Mayfield's pass. Caught by number 10. It's a gain of 7.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On the carry, it's Chubb.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He was brought
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
His take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
Carr's pass.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Carr. And this will be incomplete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0. For the folks here as they head for the exits, it's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy.